Nakakulay red na jacket. Yan. Skydrive. Naka-blue long sleeve yan.
He took off his jacket trying to trick them. My gulay. Everybody's trying their tricks today, huh? According to enforcers, the driver said he doesn't have a license, doesn't have the ORCR for the motorcycle, and he openly admitted that yes, he took off the jacket to try and slip past them. They're going to look up the plate number now. It's possible it could come back as stolen. I'm not accusing the gentleman of anything, but considering he doesn't have any papers for the bike, doesn't have a driver's license, tried to evade them by removing his jacket, which he willingly admitted to. You just don't know, right? You have to double check. If that's someone else's bike, then they need to get it back to him. A lot of people rely on their bikes for their livelihood, right? If it gets stolen, they can lose their job. Imagine you're a delivery rider, your bike gets stolen. If the rider hadn't gone through the bus lane, they never would have pulled him over, and they would have never known they was driving without a license. They were able to look up the details of the motorcycle from the plate, and it doesn't have an alarm. It's not showing as stolen, according to the enforcer, although it is showing as having an expired registration. And look at this little electric truck here. Very cute, although potentially a little bit dangerous considering it doesn't have anything on the back there. Brake lights work at least. So he did go to a little bit of effort. They're also looking up the registration of this motorcycle to see whether or not it's valid, because while the driver was able to show a license, he couldn't show any registration, according to enforcers. There's a motorcycle taxi that just left the bus lane. I'm not sure if I caught it on camera in time. The enforcers spotted it though, and they're trying to pull him off to the side. I heard the enforcer explaining that the rider should be even more careful because he's a professional driver with a paying passenger on the back, and he's in charge of that passenger's safety.
Oh, meron na. Meron. Sumagat sa... Yan. Yama nga pala, yama nga pala. Kulay dilaw, tsaka asul. Yan, Jeep, yan. Kulay pulang motor. Yan. Close ban na truck. Entry. Yan. Ayan, meron. Honda Click, puti. Puti yung motor, puti yung jacket.
See, that rider doesn't have to experience traffic like anyone else. They'll just go inside the bus lane, but the bad news is there's an enforcer right there. Although obviously when the enforcer waved to him to come forward for ticketing, he has left the exclusive bus lane. Now they have to try and pull him out once he gets a bit closer. Looks like one of the enforcers managed to pull the rider out, although, well, let's see how it plays out. Took a little bit of effort, but he's off to the side. There's number one.
On the beat. Ayan. On the click tip. Ayan na, on the click.
That rider you just saw a moment ago with the green t-shirt is not come through yet, which means he must have stopped somewhere because 2 or 3 minutes have already passed by. Eventually I'm sure he'll come through, hoping that the enforcers would have forgotten about him, thinking that he already passed by. It's a trick that's used somewhat often here on EDSA, where they'll just pull to the side, stop, and then wait a few minutes and hope that the enforcers forget about them. Ah, look, there he is. The nice thing about those Cygnus radios they're using is that because they rely on the cell tower, they don't have any distance limits. So even if your spot is very far away, you're going to get a clear signal. I actually have a collection of Cygnus radios myself. Some of them I bought, some of them are loaned by Cygnus. This one's actually my favorite, the NX100 Gen 2. It's just a solid unit, really long battery life, great speaker. Then you got the slim type, which is very portable. You got the Android versions if you like taking videos and pictures and doing mapping and stuff like that at the same time. And then of course you got the big boy, which is the UHF, VHF, POC all in one. So they just flagged down this driver. He's raising his voice. He doesn't seem very happy. He's saying they're late for a flight, but that's not an exemption to use the busway, right? And he actually doesn't have his license with him because it's already been confiscated. According to enforcers, he was apprehended on the 18th of March inside the busway and his license was confiscated. And he's been apprehended again today on the 24th of March. So what's that, 6 days? And actually thinking about it, that ticket only acts as a temporary operator's permit for 72 hours. He's already beyond that, so technically he's not permitted to drive right now. They told him to leave the busway, but I have a feeling it might just continue straight. Yeah, look. Let's see what he does. In the past, if someone did that, they submitted it to LTO for a show cause order. Okay, looks like he is leaving.